Everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be my June TBR, basically talking about the book that I'm hoping to read this month. And confessions time, I am in a huge reading slump. I've been opening books, closing them, not knowing what to read, not knowing, it's weird because there's so many books that I've been dying to read that are on my shelves, but at the same time, and plus I have a huge haul coming up, like a huge haul, and I don't know, nothing is tempting me. I don't know what to do, honestly. So, request, if there's any books that you've seen or you see on my shelves that you think I should read, please let me know, because I don't even know where to start. I just don't know. But for that reason, I'm planning to reorganize my bookshelves, because you can probably not tell, but you can kind of see it a little. I have piles of books. Every time I finish my monthly wrap up or things like that, I just leave the pile there because I've been lazy. So not good. My books are all over the place. They're not organized. I have literally piles of my last haul on the floor. Bad booktuber. So I'm gonna be doing a video where I'm gonna go through my shelves, reorganize them, and do an unhaul, because I only have these two Billy bookshelves and I don't intend on buying another one anytime soon, hopefully, because I have maybe the space, but no, I don't have the space. Let's go with that. So I'm gonna empty my bookshelves and remove at least 20, 30 of them, we'll see, so I can have space for new ones, which means hopefully new books will help me, or actually not new books are already bought, but new books on the bookshelves and them being reorganized will help me not being in such a freaking slump. So yay! So without further ado, let me go through the books that I'm hoping to read this month, even though I have no clue what I'm hoping to read this month. But whenever that happens, you know what happens? Yes! Continuing my reread of Harry Potter. Every time I'm like, I'm not feeling so great, or like nothing is tempting me, I go back to Harry Potter. So far, since I started my booktube channel, I read the first 4. Clearly this is the 5th. And it's my first time reading them in English, so we're going through this one, which is the biggest book. This one has 800 pages in this edition. This is the Canadian and UK edition, by the way. That's why they look so pretty, but you can find them on Book Outlet. So yeah, I actually already started it, so please help me with my reading slump, because this isn't my favorite one. My favorite one is the 6th, I believe, but it means if I read this one, I'll be able to read the 6th one, so I don't think anyone needs me to talk about Harry Potter, right? We all know what it's about. Next is a book that I have never read, and I have been meaning to read it for so long. I feel like everyone is like, oh, I read this book every year. Well, never read it. It is The Hobbit by Jrr Tolkien, and I have read Lord of Rings a really long time ago, like 5, 6, 7 years ago in French. So I still need to read them in English, but I've never read The Hobbit, and I do like this edition. I never know which one it is. I know it's from HarperCollins, but yeah, never read it. I have tried to watch the movies, and I didn't even watch the whole first one, so I thought the book would probably be better. And actually, you know how I was saying I keep starting books and not finishing them? I'm like 14 pages into this book, because once again, I started it and didn't finish it. Next is a series that I've been meaning to read for a while, because everyone wants me to read the next series, but I need to read the first one. I know I don't need to, but I just like to, you know, read the old books before reading the new ones, and it is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, because everyone wants me to read Six of Crows, and it's gonna happen, I promise, but I want to read this first. This one is a trilogy, the Grisha trilogy. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I just know that it's a fantasy YA series. I'm into that in general, so hopefully will motivate me to read. Maybe. Next is another series that I've been meaning to read for a while, and I still haven't started it, which is, I mean, I actually told myself this year I would finish series, and I'm like starting a bunch. Oops. So I've been meaning to read Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, and This is the first book this series, but I know like most of her books are related, so gotta start somewhere. So hopefully it will interest me. I know that she tends to like play with your feelings a lot, so I'm not prepared for this, but it needs to happen still. Next book is something that I've been meaning to read for a while, but I still haven't, and it is The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. And I haven't read a Victoria Schwab book since the Shade of Magic trilogy, and I've been meaning to. So there's this one actually, and there's also The Archived, which I've never read. Which one should I read first? I know a lot of people say that the first like half-ish of this book is a little bit slow. Is this one better? I don't know what this one is about. Oh, actually kind of vaguely. But this one is about, there's two YA characters and there's no love story, which is fantastic. It's mostly the case in all her books. There's never really any love. There's like love interest, but there's never like pages and pages and pages about it. So you're following two main characters. There's one human, one monster, and every time someone does something bad, they create a new monster or something. I've been intrigued to read this, so let me know. Which one should I read? When in doubt, always go back to Brandon Sanderson, because, I mean, it's Brandon Sanderson. I have read the first Mistborn trilogy. This is the second one. Actually, this is part of, like, an in-between in the two trilogies, but whatever. The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. I know it's like 200 years later or something. If you don't know the Mistborn trilogy, you absolutely need to read it. It's kind of a YA adult fantasy series where people consume metals and burn them to use powers. People that can. I loved the first trilogy, so I don't even know why I've been waiting so long, maybe to try and make them last, but hopefully this helps me again with the reading slump. Other than that, I don't even know what to read. Like I'm halfway through this one, so maybe I could actually finish this. This is Sapien, A Brief History of Humankind. I'm at like 230 pages. I'm basically halfway through it. I've been enjoying it, but I'm realizing that anything that is like history, I prefer certain things, and other things I'm not. We'll see. I'll try to finish it. I've been telling myself that I wanted to read more nonfiction, and I think this isn't science enough for my taste. It's more history. So yeah. I don't know what else to read. Should I read like The Fireman by Joe Hill? Or should I read... There's so many like huge books that I've been like dreading to read, like The Stand by Stephen King, or starting the Brent Week series, the Black Prism. I don't know what to do, guys. Honestly, this is like the worst TBR ever. It's just me complaining that I'm in a reading slump, but yeah, that happens. So that's it, guys. I hope you still enjoyed the video. Don't hate me. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. You gotta listen up, listen up. There's not a thing that I can't get from you. Boy, I don't need that much, need that much. How can